What's up everybody, the Blue Fang here, and today I'm back with yet another part of What If Naruto Was Power Hungry. Last part received great support, making the series look like it will get a lot more parts to come in the next few weeks. But to see if this is true, the like goal for today will be 300 likes for the next part. Now before we get into the recap, subscribe if you're new, hit the like button and turn on bell notifications. So with no further ado, let's get into the video. So last time we left off with Team 7 officially becoming a team and with Naruto showing off his skills in the bell test. Naruto is also planning for Sasuke to join him in hopes that he'll get Sasuke's strength in his group and also maybe even gain Sasuke's power for himself. Naruto is expanding his group as well so he can rise in power, and when the time comes, he'll have enough allies to overthrow the Leaf higher ups and become Hokage in his own way. We start off the what if with Naruto looking through the last few scrolls that he found out in the last part. This time he's going through the history of different clans. He comes across all sorts of clans, but then he stops at the one named Uzumaki. Of course Naruto would be interested in this one as its name is the same as Naruto's last name. Naruto doesn't know that he comes from a clan, so this surprises him. He thinks for a while and realizes that he's from this Uzumaki clan, as why else would his last name be that name? He continues to read on about how the Uzumakis have a shocking amount of chakra supply and also about the Uzumaki clan's sealing techniques. Naruto goes through it more and is interested in one sealing technique that is used with chains. He thinks of trying to learn this one as he could be able to use it as an attack instead of sealing being its main part. He keeps that in mind and continues to go through the information about other different clans and comes across the Uchiha clan, and there being a report of the massacre of the clan a few years back. Naruto's eyes widen as he's just found out really important information on Sasuke's clan. He reads further to know about who did the massacre, only to find out it was someone from the Uchiha clan itself, Itachi Uchiha. Naruto smiles at this, realizing that this person is the person that Sasuke wants to kill. He thinks that he could use this to his advantage as he'll try to get Sasuke on his side by convincing that he will make Sasuke stronger if he does. Sort of like how Orochimaru tried to get Sasuke, but this time Naruto doesn't want Sasuke's body, but his hope and maybe later his Sharingan. Also in the Uchiha clan section, Naruto learned about the Sharingan and its shocking abilities, which Naruto is interested to see. After a while, he quickly gets out of the place to rest for the next day, which would be a mission with Team 7. We cut to the next day with Team 7 just doing ordinary missions while Kakashi watches on, reading his book as well. While doing the small missions, Naruto walks up to Sasuke to ask him something. Sasuke turns to him as soon as he gets close to him, and Naruto decides to ask if Sasuke wants to get stronger. Sasuke stares right into him and questions how. Naruto then grins. Well, after this mission, I'll show you a place where there will be more people who also want me to help them. If you go there, I'll explain how and also what I want back as well. Sasuke thinks about this for a second, but then remembers the terror Itachi had caused on the night of the massacre, and looks straight at Naruto, then nods his head. Naruto grins again, and they continue their mission. Sakura was near the two of them, but didn't hear anything of what they said, but she still thought they looked suspicious when they were talking, especially when Sasuke stared right into Naruto's eyes with a serious expression and then nodded. She thinks that she should follow them to make sure they don't get into any trouble. We cut to after the mission where Team 7 is allowed to go off and do their own things, leaving Naruto and Sasuke to go to wherever they had planned to go. Sakura is behind the two of them but undetected. She's curious to why Sasuke is suddenly hanging out with Naruto, and she follows to where they're heading. It takes a while to get there, but eventually Naruto is able to show Sasuke the secret location. The place is filled up with multiple people that look like shinobi and an ex-shinobi, and they're all here for one thing, which is to get their loved ones back that Naruto had promised to. Naruto had told them that after he becomes Hokage, he will be permitted to revive their loved ones with Edo Tensei, but obviously Naruto doesn't mainly think about their problems, but how they're going to help him out. Sasuke is surprised to see how big Naruto's group is and turns to Naruto. He decides to ask about how he will get stronger by coming here. Naruto answers saying that if Sasuke joins him, then he will make him stronger after they had completed his goal. Naruto then goes on to explain his goals, but twisting it a little by saying how he will protect the leaf from anyone and also tracking down runaway shinobi that came from the leaf. Sasuke's eyes widen, and of course he thinks about Itachi. With him not thinking too much about the decision because it was just before thinking about Itachi, he tells Naruto that he agrees to join him. Naruto smiles at this and says thanks to Sasuke. Sakura, who is hidden away, hears all of this and quickly runs away once the conversation is over. She keeps running until no one sees where she is or where she is going. Sakura knows this is a suspicious group and probably dangerous, as Konoha has a secret group who wants to rise in power, but she thinks that she should keep it to herself for now, only until she sees them actually doing something wrong. She doesn't want to rat on the group as Sasuke is in there as well. We cut to the next day with Naruto giving out an order to the group members, which is to eliminate any other people who seem to want to rise in power. They'll also have to do it in secret so the third Hokage wouldn't find out about it. Also, in the comments, try to think of a good name for Naruto's group and put it down there. I'll pick the best names and do a poll to find out which ones get voted the most. Now back to the what if. Naruto is currently holding a meeting with the most capable group members while the rest do that order he gave out. Sasuke is also there in the meeting, which is about how they'll make different teams so they'll be able to do their missions a lot quicker. While this is happening, they begin to hear some rustling sounds above them. A faint noise is also heard, which alerts them to all look up. There they see about 3 people with masks that look like those of the Anbu. Naruto's eyes widen in shock as he sees them. He knows those people heard them and now need to be silenced. The Anbu then begins to run out of there, which then Naruto calls 2 more people to go with him to take them down. 2 highly trained shinobi go with Naruto to put an end to those Anbu stalkers. The Anbu are pretty fast, but with the flying Raijin, Naruto is able to catch up to one of them at an insane speed. He is then able to place a seal on them and then jumps backwards to see how he's going to do this. He thinks for some time as he doesn't want to cause too much noise that would alert the villagers. After thinking for a while, he then teleports to the seal he placed onto the Anbu, then quickly does the multi-shadow clone jutsu. He makes 2 of them, which would be enough to kill the Anbu. One clone covers the Anbu's mouth so they can't make any noises, while the other one cuts the Anbu's legs so they can't keep running. The Anbu is so shocked to find out that Naruto is able to use the flying Raijin that he's not able to be fast enough to take Naruto down. The real Naruto then gets his kunai and places it next to the Anbu's throat. Knowing how loyal you Anbus are to the Hokage, I can't just keep you alive. So goodbye, as this will be the start of my goal to take out unwanted people of the village. After Naruto says this, he slits the Anbu's throat and then hides the body away. He then meets up with the other 2 members of his group who are also able to quietly take down the Anbu they were chasing. Naruto looks at them and then says that he thinks he will revive their loved ones first when he completes his goal, as they did a good job. The 2 shinobi smile, while Naruto walks off with a menacing grin on his face. We cut to days later with Team 7 being able to actually get a good mission that would suit them. Of course the mission would be the Land of Waves, but this time the mission would serve a different purpose for Kakashi. This time Kakashi would use this mission to observe Naruto's skills and see if a certain rumor is true. Kakashi had kind of heard that the so-called Demon Fox Kid was making a large group in the Leaf that would try to take down the Hokage and grow in power. Of course Kakashi would first think this is a dumb rumor that was made because people hate Naruto, but he then remembered how well Naruto worked in the bell test, which made him think that this rumor could sort of be true. So he'll use this mission to observe and see if Naruto is the kind of guy to do something like that. Once Team 7 meets Tazuna, they all begin to walk to the Land of Waves to safely escort him. We cut to a while later as Team 7 continues on, but then Kakashi senses something. He knows about the 2 people who are about to ambush their team and decides to see how this will play out. As the Demon Brothers get closer, they begin their chain attack with Kakashi seemingly dying in front of Team 7. The 2 brothers then turn to Team 7 ready to eliminate them as well and get Tazuna for themselves. Naruto grins when he looks at the chains they have. The Demon Brothers put on a serious expression and decides to ask why Naruto is grinning if he's about to face his death. Naruto then answers saying that the chains they have look boring, rusted, and not strong compared to his. The Demon Brothers, Sasuke, and Sakura all look at Naruto confused on what he means by his chains. Naruto then starts off an attack at the demon brothers using the flying rising to get between them quickly, then using his newly learnt Uzumaki chain technique to grab the both of them, then knock the two brothers out. Everyone is surprised by this, including Kakashi, who reveals himself to not be dead. He wonders about how good Naruto is able to use the flying rising, and he's not too surprised that Naruto has it, as he had heard before that Naruto had taken the scroll of sealing, so he would have learnt that jutsu, but he's still surprised to see how good a genin uses it. This doesn't make him think that the Naruto rumors are true though, so he tells Team 7 to continue on their path to complete their mission. And that's all I'm gonna end it off for today. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to get this video to 300 likes for the next part. I'm really liking how this is going, and hopefully you guys complete the like goal. So like always, subscribe if you're new, hit the like button and turn on bell notifications. It's been the Blue Fang, peace.